New tonight, are you prepared for nuclear war? A man from Ontario, Canada, has spent decades planning for a catastrophic event.
News 4's Luke Moretti introduces us to Bruce Beach and takes us inside his doomsday bunker. Luke?
Yeah, Jackie and Don, Bruce Beach has thought a lot about restoration over the years, but his concept has nothing to do with restoring houses and cars. It's all about preserving humanity after a major catastrophe, like a full-scale nuclear war.
3, 2, 1, 0.
The nuclear threat. It's not what it once was during the Cold War.
First, you duck, and then you cover.
But consider this. What happens if a hostile nation decides to go nuclear?
The anticipation is that there's going to be nuclear World War III.
Bruce Beach has been preparing for a nuclear catastrophe for decades.
My anticipation is that about 85% of the world's population will be destroyed.
Over the years, he's had to adjust his doomsday timeline.
I really was convinced it'd be before the year 2000, and then I thought 2014, and then here we are in the middle of 2017, and who knows how much longer it'll drag on.
If it happens, Beach, who's now 83 years old, says he has a survival plan.
If we had to go tonight, we're on. You know, if we're ready.
Tucked away in southern Ontario, about 70 miles northwest of Toronto, is a private underground bunker called Ark 2.
So how did you come up with Ark 2?
I didn't. Just many people did over time, and so the name stuck.
With his dog Gemma by his side, Beach leads us inside the underground shelter, made up of 42 school buses linked together and covered with a couple of feet of concrete and several feet of earth.
It's designed to withstand a mile and a half outside the crater of a nuclear blast.
Construction of the 10,000-square-foot shelter began in 1980 with the first few school buses buried in the ground. A honeycomb design with the feel of an underground submarine, the shelter includes bunk rooms, kitchens, washrooms, and provisions for power.
This is the generator room for the big diesel generators.
Okay, so this basically will run the power in the whole shelter.
Oh, it would.
In addition to air intake units, which can be seen poking up from the ground, there's even a well located inside the shelter for access to clean water.
From the settling tank, we use that pump to put it into the pressure tank. From the pressure tank, we use that to put it into a 5,000-gallon holding tank.
Beach says the Ark 2 can handle up to 500 people if they can get to the complex before it's too late.
Who gets to come here to the shelter?
Well, we've always said anyone is welcome if they'll come and participate ahead of time. And so there are many people who come and do help, and we know who they are and they know who we are.
What's more, the shelter has loading docks and conveyors to serve as a food distribution point and could become a refugee center, he says, once the radiation threat has passed.
People would come, spend a night or two here, get showers, food, a little bit of rest as we sent them on to other places.
That's why we have the loading dock and the conveyors to bring things down, sort it out, take it up, put it in smaller trucks, send it off to other places.
Beach, who once taught college economics and computer science, says his time in the United States Air Force as a control tower operator got him thinking about the nature of nuclear weapons. A self-described social inventor, he's even written a book called Society After Doomsday.
I'm concerned about reinventing society for the future after a nuclear war. About every 20 years, I think, well, this is it. And if it isn't for another 20 years from now, I'm going to be way over 100, so it's not probably a problem for me personally. And I don't ever consider it a personal problem. We all depart this life. The idea is for the reconstruction of society.
Now, Beach is a U.S. citizen, a Kansas native who moved to Canada with his wife, Jean, back in 1970. He understands that his preoccupation with the apocalypse tends to raise eyebrows. He's okay with it. He writes in his book, quote, "The humanitarian motivation behind Ark 2 has universal bounds. What the future holds, none of us can know in detail, but my motive is one of optimism. So,
Wow.
whatever you think, A for effort. on that
No
one.
doubt about it. What
Doesn't-
did that bunker cost?
Don't know. I tried to ask him that, and he wouldn't get into the details on what it
And you
actually
said
cost.
he's gotten some pushback from the government authorities around there.
Yeah, Bruce says that he estimates that over the years he's probably been to court about 30 times where local government entities have tried to shut it down, tried to seal it, you know, claiming that perhaps it's not unsafe and might be doing something to the environment. So he's been in and out of court quite a few times on this one.
Very, very interesting.
Interesting guy.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Luke.
Okay.